I gotta say, Anna, we definitely got what seems like a tease of summer today. It's just gorgeous out there right now.
It definitely feels more like summer than spring, but I hope that if you are enjoying this preview of summer, you really got to go outside today and really experience the weather. Temperatures are pretty warm right now, in the upper to mid 70s for most of us here. So that is why our weather ball is blue when it comes to tomorrow, because we're looking at temperatures cooler in view, but that's just in perspective to where we are right now.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse.
So like we talked about, temperatures today reached into the upper 70s, close to 80 for a lot of us. And even for those on the lakeshore, we were in the mid 70s and into the upper for a few. I guess they're looking on that map. But we are unfortunately off on our streak again because those temperatures exceeded our expectations for what we thought for today. But depending on if you like the warm weather, that's a good thing because we were forecast to be in the low 70s and we ended up reaching closer to the upper. But this actually didn't break any records. Our record temperature for our high is actually 83, which we reached last year on this day. So in comparison, it does feel pretty warm today, but not compared to last year, where we actually reached the 80s at this point in April. Our average high for this time of year is 57. So you see, we're pretty significantly abnormal with those temperatures right now, significantly above average, or what you would just expect from this time of year. Currently, we have a cold front that's stationary over us, a stationary front, and the only thing that's really impacting here is our wind direction. We have a little bit of winds changing directions as it's stalled, and the only thing that'll really matter for us, we're not seeing any rain with it or really any clouds, it's going to drop our dew points, which will just mean there's a little less moisture in the atmosphere, and it's going to allow us to get cooler and closer to seasonal normals for temperatures overnight tonight. This model's showing a few clouds associated with this front as it's over us, but most of us still seeing sunshine as we go into our Sunday here and Monday. Rest of our Sunday, I should say, sunshine once again for Monday, and we're not really even going to see any clouds move in until we go to the later half of Tuesday. That's when our next chance of rain is back in the picture. So we're going to look at the big view here. Clouds didn't move in until, well, this model has that sped up timing a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the cloud cover move in even a little bit later on Tuesday at this point. Rain doesn't move in though until later in the day. We're already at 5 p.m. here and we're just seeing cloud cover. Rain does move in though as we go into the overnight hours, sticking around for Wednesday and into the early hours of Thursday as well. That's when it begins to move out and will dry out a little bit. Now, overall, we aren't looking at too much rain at once, but this model has us about a half an inch to about 3/4 of an inch. Some areas a little locally higher, closer to an inch. We'll continue to keep our eye on that. Those are totals combined for Tuesday and Wednesday. But temperatures are going to drop as we go into next weekend. So if you have anything that you want to do, tomorrow's really that last good day to do it, outdoors at least, before we see those temperatures continue to decrease even more as we go into next weekend. Nowhere near as nice as this weekend. Now, overnight tonight, we're going to see our temperatures drop closer to our seasonal normals, upper 30s for some, low 40s for others. We have a little bit of a range here depending where you're at. For those northern zones here, you're more likely to be in those upper 30s, and here for the southern zone, probably sticking to the mid to low 40s. For your 13 on your side 10-day outlook, temperatures will be into the 50s like we looked at for next weekend, but then into the 60s to 70s as we go into tomorrow, and then starting off that work week Tuesday and Wednesday, and then by midweek we're going to be a little bit cooler. So that's why we're going to be warm, but just not as warm tomorrow. And then we're going to see those chances of rain move in as we go into the midweek. So just something to keep in mind.
I gotta say though, to see a 52 or a 50 as the low for the week, I think we're getting pretty spoiled right now.
I know, right? That's crazy considering what our average is for this time of year.
Thank you so much.